And we are live. What up, everybody? It is 1/8 Wednesday. How are you today? How are you doing? You know who I've got with me? My man, Garrett. Garrett,
Yo, what's up?
how are
It's your
you,
boy.
sir?
It's your boy Garrett.
How are
I'm
you?
back here. It's a Wednesday. I'm good. How are you, man?
Dude, I'm good. I saw that video. You took your son to the baseball park. He took off
Yeah.
his hat and he had the little hat. And
Yeah.
he gave the eyebrows. I'm like, that's Garrett right
That
there.
was all him too. That was all him.
Yeah, but he's definitely your son. I
Yeah,
saw it and I'm like, that's
I
sweet.
procreate well.
Yeah, that was cool. What game do you guys go to?
Went to a Rangers game at the new stadium that they have, and it's the first time
Nice.
I've been there. But it's his first game, so I figured
Ever.
he's
Oh,
turning
that's a big
11
moment.
tomorrow.
That's a big
So I wanted
moment.
to get in his first game before he turned 11.
Man, I remember when
He
my
enjoyed
dad
it. He had a lot of fun.
first took me to a baseball game. It was Wrigley Field to see the Cubs.
Nice.
Man, had to be early 90s or something when Harry Carey was still there. I'm Harry Carey.
Gary.
The guy was great. What a freaking G. All right, today, guess what, guys? We're talking about Twitter. Well, more importantly, the meltdown that is happening. And not just the meltdown, but the corruption that's being exposed. And there is a lot, and we're seeing it. The board members are crying because they're afraid that Elon might take the company in a direction that he wants, which it's a private company now.
Too bad.
So isn't it? Didn't they say that for years? Like, it's a private company. They can do what they want.
You know,
Did they say that?
These people are saying a lot of things that they have not been saying for the last years, and now all of a sudden,
oh my god!
now all of a sudden, Psaki and the administration care about
Section
social
230
media and Section 230. Oh, okay.
We should really look into Section 230 to see where we can shut down on
not
stuff.
just that, not just we should. We have always.
Yeah,
we have
right.
always been
Is that what
concerned
they said?
about. They've been saying, yeah. I saw on Twitter today. They came out. I think it was Washington Post or something, where they were saying the Biden administration has been calling for the Section 230 reform since 2021.
God,
No,
stupid.
Where have you been? Like, for real? All of a sudden, now we care about overreach. You still have the majority of social medias in your pocket.
Correct.
You're losing. You lost. I don't even know if you lost one. You have been shaken in one area.
No, they definitely lost one, but it is an important one because this is where all the political figures are. This is where a lot of the mainstream competition, more importantly, are also on. Like, I'm not talking about mainstream media. I'm talking about their competition, which I'm their competition.
Citizen
Tim
journalist,
Pool,
man.
Nick Rekieta, like all these, like Nerdrotic, like these people are making videos. CNN has horrible ratings and they're losing to podcasts right now. Podcasting, people are like, I don't want to be told. I want to hear discussions about what's happening and make up my own mind. And that is huge. But boy, it's entertaining. And I have a few examples of why it's so entertaining. First up, this is a clip from The View about why Elon Musk has no idea what he's doing with money.
You know it's going to be good when it's The View.
The richest man on the planet
doesn't. Oh yes, Joy Behar. Please tell me your.
Wait, no, it's not Joy. It's the other girl.
Oh, it's the other one. The one we were talking about, Amber.
Amber something.
Ruffin.
Here she is.
She's a class A moron as well.
Well, you know what? Hold on. Before I even say this, if you're watching The View, unironically, you're probably not the smartest person.
Yeah, IQ low. Methinks.
I mean, no offense if you like The View. All right, maybe you know what? No,
offense. Offense. You're probably dumb. You're probably very dumb.
Offense if you watch The View. I don't even care anymore because it's ridiculous. Listen to this clip.
If you have $44 billion and you use it to buy Twitter, you make bad decisions.
Oh.
Oh, Black woman's so funny. Black woman's so funny. Look at her. She does a thing like, "Oh, you make bad decisions." Oh, damn.
I can see the guy in the crowd holding the applause. Clap.
Laugh.
Please clap. Please
Sympathy
laugh.
Laugh.
Right
Damn.
Well,
How about
He doesn't know. Well, no, but he doesn't know what to do with. It's the same as that other
change.
The two of them went into space because they have no other ideas about what to do with their money. Oh,
Wow. Elon Musk.
going into space to get away from you,
Elon
you hag?
Musk is leading the charge. He's saying, F the government. I'm going to normalize electric vehicles. And the Biden administration gives them absolutely no, credence at all. All it is, he even talks about it. Biden administration raves about the new Ford pickup truck that's all electric, whatever. They're the first company to really stand forward with electric vehicles. And Elon Musk is like, what the hell?
Yo, bro. What?
I'm here. I sell
They
more
base their
electric
truck
vehicles
off
than
of
anyone.
my Cybertruck.
Do they? Or
Like,
do they?
have you seen the new truck, the new Ford truck?
No, I haven't.
It's got a cyber look to it, but it's a lot less, it's not going out there like Elon is with Cybertruck. But it's like, come on. You're looking at that Cybertruck and saying we need to get a truck on the market just like that.
This is something that Elon posted earlier today. And I was like, oh, snaps. You know who's going to love this, Tim Pool. He's going to be so hyped to see Elon Musk, who has, oh my gosh, 50. How much does he have? 86 million followers. He posted this. Here's an example of Twitter's left bias. We have to take that context into consideration. All right. Twitter's interpretation of context is affected by their left-wing bias. I would need to see an example of that. Well, here's an example of Twitter's left-wing bias. We're going to need to take that into consideration, that context. It's like, all right, well, that context, it's so,
that whole podcast was like,
who made this? I don't know who made this meme, but obviously it fell into Elon Musk's, of course, I didn't even see this. Tim, of course, is like, yo, come on my show. That's funny. But Tim's not wrong. Look, say what you will about Tim. People love to just throw the baggage that they think that I have with Tim. Like, I respect him a great deal. He gave me a platform. I just for the people who get upset when I poke fun of him, I don't care. Look, Tim is great at his job. All right. Yeah. And he absolutely schooled these people on Joe Rogan's show when he went on with Jack Dorsey.
It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing how I almost saw earlier whenever Jack Dorsey, I don't know if you talked about this already, when he was tweeting the stuff out in support for Elon getting, I mean, this guy looked like he was being held against his will or something at some
Jack?
point.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
In that Joe Rogan stream, she was talking, she was making all the points. He was just like, I don't know. It's really important that we keep a platform.
It's interesting you say that.
Like it looked like he was, help me, wink, wink, wink.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because I was gonna talk about this a little later. I have some connections with a former FBI agent that is actually working in Twitter. And so, now we see this huge shift to try to slam down control over Twitter. And it's like, it makes sense because they did control the narrative through Twitter. They did control the narrative through many means. The White House came out last year and said they're working with Facebook to shut down misinformation and whatnot. So it's like they are actually working with big tech. I don't think they were working with Twitter. I think they had their hand up the ass of Twitter like a puppet and said, this is how this is what you can speak. This is what you can't speak. I've seen, you've seen Sarah Gonzalez's tweets, right?
Oh, dude, they're fire.
Okay. I cannot even show you guys the fire that is Sarah Gonzalez's tweets. She is just dropping fire, saying everything everyone's wanted to say over the past couple years. And it's a wonder to behold. But
some of the stuff it's so just benign and
simple. Yeah,
like
beautiful.
The stuff we've been wanting to say this whole time, but because we are on Twitter, can't say anything. We're so in a bottle.
Exactly.
There was a great air of just like relief yesterday. I felt like my tweets are getting a little bit more traction. I don't know if it's just my mind playing tricks on me. I definitely got a lot more followers. I had like 2,000 followers over the last 2 days, so that was a jump for sure. Whenever I used to get that,
it's Republicans
a long time ago.
And people that are not Democrats. I actually have an article. What's this article from? This is from USA Today. Wrote this article about just just senators and their Twitter accounts, and it has a beautiful graph. I'm going to show it on, actually, let me just, let's bring it up right now. So this is, there we go. This is, where is it? Look at this. This is from April 25th to April 26th. Jim Jordan got over 60,000 followers. Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's seemingly like 50,000. All these shifts. Bernie Sanders is down, what, 20,000?
Oh,
so Democrats
Nancy Pelosi
are losing followers, or bots,
Warren,
maybe, who knows? And then, of course, Republicans are gaining because they're coming back. They're like, oh, we can say what we want. We can actually have real conversations about this kind of stuff. Like, this is really important.
Yeah, right now, it is just simple common sense. The actual meaning of common sense, like, it is commonly just regarded as having sensible opinions. It's, for some reason, that's all on the right now. And it's been completely shadow banned. It's all confirmed now. Shadow banned. It's all throttled. All of a sudden, you take off that lid, everything goes back to what you already knew. Most people out there believe, yeah, there's probably something going on.
That makes me think of this tweet. Hold on. Let me bring this up. This is from...
And now we're seeing it, like, with stats. Whenever you open the lid and let everybody talk, people come to the right conclusions.
Look at this.
The majority.
Ben Shapiro, Elon Musk, Twitter should be politically neutral, which he said. He claimed today. He was like, look, it should be, people on the far right, people on the far left are probably not going to like what I'm going to do because I want it to be neutral. And then Washington Post and every left-wing blue check mark. You guys are giving away your game. That is so true. By them being so upset that free speech, which we're going to get into, and I loved your simple, beautiful chef's kiss. Hate speech is not real. I loved it. That was beautiful. I had to retweet it. But Elon responds. He says, the attacks are coming thick and fast, primarily from the left, which is no surprise. However, I should be clear that the right will probably be a little unhappy too. My goal is to maximize area under the curve of total human happiness, which means the 80%, the bell curve, will be happy in the middle. But I don't see that. I don't see anyone on the right being upset. Because people on the right, now, far right, in the true sense of the term, not anything right of Bernie Sanders is far right, which is essentially a leftist mantra. Most people value free speech on this side. They're like, yeah, we want free speech. We want to be able to call out when someone's lying, or, if it's disinformation, show real information, proves,
fight it with more words.
Exactly.
Something you disagree with, you speak up.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And what you're
Free
doing
speech, baby,
is you're getting people to look into something more when you're trying to squash it. When you say, look at this disinformation, here's the truth, then it ruins the credibility of the story and whoever posted that misinformation, the real misinformation, right?
CNN.
I could say a couple examples, but I don't want to get in trouble. Yeah, there you go. That's great. That's what they do. They shift the narrative to what they want it to be.
I have a video. Could I play this video?
Yeah.
The MSNBC video. I'm going to play this.
Yeah, share it.
It relates, okay, to the situation at hand.
Okay.
You own all of Twitter or Facebook or what have you. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't even have to be transparent. You could secretly ban one party's candidate or all of its candidates.
Imagine that.
All of its nominees. Or you secretly turn down the reach of their stuff and turn up the reach of something else. And the rest of us might not even find out about it till after the election. Elon Musk is all to help people because he is just a free speech.
Wow.
Perfectly clear, open-minded helper. You own all of Twitter or Facebook or what have you.
He doesn't own Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah,
what have you. He bought Twitter alone. That's it. Just Twitter.
The dude mapped out the last 5 years.
Yes,
he just
exactly.
mapped it out just there. What happened on every single platform, every single one. Now you lost one avenue to do all those things you just listed, and you're freaking out and saying it's a monopoly. You got to shut it down. He's trying to kill free speech. He hates all of us. We're all going to get throttled. What have we been saying this whole time?
Dude, even Elon Musk calls it out. You know, look at this. I just had to pull this tweet up. The extreme antibody reaction from those who fear free speech says it all. That's it. They are showing, like that video you just played. It's proving that they know exactly the capabilities of controlling a big tech community where people go to have conversations and find information. Some people just shit post on Twitter all day. That's all they do. They just shit post. But some people actually use it to find news. Some people use it to share news, or some people use it to, cross-reference different news stories that they're seeing, and that's healthy. Yep. We need that. We need people to be able to have a place where they can go and be like, I know that it's not going to be skewed in one direction, which Tim proved in that Joe Rogan interview. Actually, I have a video.
I mean, a situation that I'm getting an echo. I'm getting an echo.
I don't hear it.
Maybe it's just me.
Listen to this.
We're coming towards a position where people think some ideas are better than others. Therefore, as a company, we're going to restrict access to certain information.
You mean like anti-vax?
Exactly.
People?
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm trying to say is, at what point would you guys restrict someone from sharing false information about vaccines that could get someone hurt?
Listen to
that
her
is not a
response.
violation of Twitter's rules. No.
Wow.
We're coming to.
That's bullshit. That is such absolute bullshit, because Dr. Zelenko, all right, shared his personal experience with being a doctor and understanding certain things. He's now back on Twitter, by the way, even though there's a bunch of fake accounts, but he was sharing his knowledge. He was saying, this is what works with me. All right, this works. So boom, they banned him. Why? Because it went against the narrative. It showed an alternative. They cannot have alternatives. They need full fear. And fear is that's the true pandemic, is the fear that mainstream media sells and uses big tech to help promote. They need that. They need that fear to be in everyone, so that you're too worried to, and whenever you see anything that's an alternative view, you're too scared. And you're told, that's false. I can't believe that. Let's see if that worked. That work?
How do I sound?
Sounds good to me.
Much better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just saying
Dr.
that
Zelenko, he was the one that actually helped my wife.
Did he?
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah. Well, I had a friend that connected us both that helped him, and he prescribed my wife all of the great medical advancements that we have developed over history.
Yes.
With certain things.
Yeah. I really like the guy. In fact, I just started chatting with him earlier today. Maybe he might be on my show eventually. I've got an incredible list of guests coming up over the next month, which I'll talk a lot about it more. I want to stay focused here. This is Joe Rogan. This is a clip from his podcast talking about what happened, and it includes his reaction when he heard that Elon actually did, in fact, buy Twitter. Check this out.
And all the people that are calling for censorship, you're only calling for censorship for people that don't agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But there's going to be people that don't agree with you, and if they get the fucking reins, then that shit comes back around at you.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
And that is how dictators form. That's how they take control of governments. That's censorship is fucking dangerous, because it's a mental form of dictatorship.
Mhm.
You're deciding what people can and can't do, and you're deciding it based on your own ideology. And how do I know if you've examined it? How do I know if you're introspective? How do I know if you've done the work? How do I know if you've being honest about yourself, about your failures and your successes and your kindness and your weakness, your strengths, your flaws? How do I know? I don't fucking know.
Exactly.
But I do know this. If you want to censor people, most likely you haven't. Most likely you haven't done the work.
Yeah.
And this is where we find ourselves with Elon Musk about.
Okay, wait. I want to talk about what he just said because then he's now about to talk
Now
about
he's about to
Elon Musk.
transition.
Yeah. He's absolutely 100% correct. You don't censor someone unless you want to hide what they're saying. And when you are able to censor your political opponents, like that, what was that, MSNBC or whatever? I don't even know that guy's name because I don't pay attention to those people.
Didn't even say.
You know, that's exactly what they did. Elon Musk himself just tweeted yesterday because someone was like, yeah, what about that time that you know, they hid that laptop story, and Elon Musk was like, I really want to
Yeah,
find
that's
out.
inappropriate. He said that was really inappropriate to do.
Yeah, he calls it out. He admits that it was actually a very inappropriate thing to do because it was a true story. It was real.
It's been confirmed real.
Yes, exactly. And they just pushed it off until after the election. Biden's already in the White House. He's sitting in the Oval
And they
Office.
still haven't even really discussed it as
Of
it
course
should
not.
be discussed.
I mean,
It is.
There's some new. I mean, this is a different subject at hand, but I read a report today about how there's some unexplained millions of dollars that Joe Biden, the sitting president, received that is I don't know where it came from. But it's interesting because he came about that money around the same time that Hunter Biden was getting certain paychecks from government officials from certain countries out there. Yes. So I'm putting together a little segment based on the stuff that I'm finding, but it's very interesting. All right, let's go back to Joe Rogan. This is his what he found out. This is the moment he found out Elon bought Twitter.
Yeah, I saw that.
Apparently, it's going down.
It happened.
Oh shit! What? Oh shit!
The press release has been announced.
Elon Musk just bought Twitter. We got a movie star type of a superhero. It's like a movie. Like if you had a movie and there was a guy who was like a hero in the movie who happened to be a billionaire, does wild shit, like makes his own rockets and drills under the city, and
it is metal, man.
Fucking insane.
Elon Musk agrees to buy Twitter in a $44 billion deal. Agreement to take social media network private marks the close of dramatic courtship. Here's why that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, tell me. I need to hear what you think.
He believes that free speech is important, and not just important, vital for a democracy, for a functioning democracy. And I agree with that.
Okay, well, you know, we don't have democracy, and that
it's.
I'm not gonna focus on that necessarily right now because democracy in general is majority rule. You know, the majority gets to choose, and that's not what we have. So it's a little people.
Everybody calls it democracy. It's like
they latch onto it.
Term, really.
Yeah, it's a catch-all term, and I don't know if he was really talking about the semantics of it because it is different.
Right.
This is a danger to our democracy. Like that video I posted a while back, it went crazy viral because it's basically an overlay of all these news corporations saying the exact same thing.
Yeah, that video has been going around for like 3 years. It's
a long time.
It's
great.
I mean, it explains what is going on. These aren't genuinely genuine stories being written by all these small little. Every once in a while they get a little download. Hey, you need to talk about this. Here is a
new talking point.
New talking point. Here's a script for you to read.
Yep.
I think that video was in 2019. I want to say during maybe no, it was earlier than that.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember
maybe?
when it first came out.
Like early
I wasn't paying
Trump.
attention though. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't join Twitter. I didn't join the public world most of my life. I spent most of my adult life skateboarding, smoking pot, playing music. You know, I didn't care about the outside of my own bubble. And I feel like that's most people. Most people just want to go to work, work hard, get paid, and do things that they enjoy. You know, and I want them to have that. I'm not saying everyone should just suddenly become, on the internet to be able to masterfully talk about anything. You know, watching Tim Pool talk to them flooded back memories of me sitting on a table with him. It's like he helped create the person I am right now because I was like, I can't talk to you because I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I don't know
I mean?
what
Like,
you're saying, man.
and I don't like being told I'm wrong. And he loved telling me how wrong I was.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back up what I think, back up my opinions, and do research. So he, in a sense, helped create who I have become today. So, and I am grateful for that. This is Elon Musk talking about free speech. So it's in response to the extreme antibody reaction from those who fear free speech says it all. And he says, by free speech, I simply mean that which matches the law. I am against censorship that goes far beyond the law. If people want less free speech, they will ask the government to pass laws to that effect. Therefore, going beyond the law is contrary to the will of the people. So let's analyze that real quick. First off, anytime I see free speech in quotes or people going free speech, I get annoyed because there's no such thing as free speech. It's free speech.
Yeah, it's just free speech.
Period. Free speech. People should be allowed to say whatever the hell they want to say. Period. The Internet Bill of Rights doesn't exist, but it should. Yeah. And guess what? That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
He's like, if we have the freedom to say this, then you should be able to say it on Twitter.
Now, the only thing I don't like about that statement, I did see it when it came out, and I almost tweeted it, retweeted it, but I was like, I don't think law determines if you have free speech or not. It's an inalienable right. You have the right to free speech, period. Okay. That's like the right to defend yourself, period. You should be able to, in the world, speak, regardless of laws. You know, like I had somebody reported my tweet to the German authorities.
Really?
No,
hate speech isn't real? Oh, which one?
No, it was my we used to burn people for this tweet.
I didn't see that one.
There was like a lesbian bishop at a church, and she wanted to add a prayer room for Muslims.
She wanted to get rid of.
She wanted to get rid of the crosses.
That was actually
and add a prayer room.
Yeah, that was a while. Yeah, a while ago. But still, like.
But anyway, I got reported for it to the German authorities because it broke German speech laws or something.
Yeah.
Which was a lie anyways. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like to be held against these laws that I don't believe should even be laws in the first place. That's the only thing I had an issue with that. But for the most part, I understand what he's saying. Like, if the people in culture want something like a speech law, then that's one thing. But if you're a company, you cannot just start putting laws in front of you. If now the whole private company thing, it's a private company, it does what it wants to. Private company, right? Not while you're benefiting off of having a platform that works like a utility, but you're benefiting from having a private business. You want the benefits of both. You can't have the benefits of both.
I actually have
a
video. This is breaking. No one's seen this yet. This is actually when Elon Musk actually bought Twitter. This is an actual video of him and what he first did. Check this out. There it is.
What is going on in this video?
There he is. There's a guy.
Is he purchasing little birds?
Yep.
What?
And instantly setting them free. Boss. This is essentially what Elon Musk did.
I'm confused. This is a culture I want to know more about. Like, what is happening? They have men on the street that just sell little birdies?
The dude's trying to sell birds, and the guy's just buying them and setting them free. I don't actually know. I don't know the context behind this. I just saw it and I was like, that's pretty good. That's basically Elon Musk setting.
So many people got their accounts back.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how much change happened in one day.
Drunk 3PO got his original account
Jeremy
back.
got his back.
Jeremy did.
Poor Az does not have his back yet.
I know. Yeah. Shield versus Babyface. Count Dankula had some interesting information that I was like, oh, I got to talk about that. This is Elon Musk. I just talked to Alex Jones. He said he would come back if you let him. What say ye? And it's like, oh, snaps. Can you imagine?
Let's get this going.
Can you imagine how much they would freak out? And they obviously, I mean, the blue-haired SJW side, it's...
Look, just for my own personal enjoyment, wait a few days. Let the current salt settle down.
Yeah.
And then hit him again. Then hit him again with Alex Jones, and then it starts all up again, and I can start my salt farm all over again.
Yep.
And then wait a few more days after that. And
Well,
then
it's
bring on
interesting.
Trump with
So
your last punch.
I just found this out just before we were going live. I was like, oh, snaps. This is interesting. Look at this. The FCC was asked to block the Musk Twitter deal. And the commissioner said it has no authority to block Elon Musk's purchase to Twitter. Good. You shouldn't. You have no. They had to. He put him in a spot where if they didn't sell to him, they would have been breaking their fiduciary. That's such. I hate that word. Fiduciary duty. Fiduciary. Thank you. That's good. I have to say it with accent.
Yes,
it becomes easy.
You.
Oh yes. Oh, fiduciary.
Yes.
But he had to. They had to sell because it was in the benefit of their shareholders. That's it. They exist to make their shareholders money.
He outplayed them.
He offered them above and beyond what the stocks were worth, and boom, they had no choice. They had to sell.
So I'm saying I'm very interested. You know, I don't know Elon personally, obviously, but I followed him through the stories throughout the years.
Yeah,
and I've never seen him do anything that I don't like, really, except for take government grants to start Tesla. But ultimately, I'd rather have my money that goes to the government go to something cool like a Tesla instead of to, like, you know, abortion clinics. So it's not even all that bad.
Yeah.
So I don't want to put too much trust into him because I feel like right now it'd be easy for everybody to just go, you know, oh, thank you, Elon God Emperor. We're gonna put all of our trust into you, and then him also end up being somebody that could take advantage of that.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of apprehensive, but
I mean,
everything I've seen so far, he seems to be a cool, upstanding dude. He did date Amber Heard. Did you see that?
There is a lot. Yeah, the Amber Heard thing. But well, just to respond to the Amber Heard thing, Amber Heard made it very clear that she manipulates people and she preys on the kindness of others to convince them that she is the victim. That's what she does. I wouldn't even blame Elon if he dropped her after he figured it out. Obviously, he's not with her, thankfully. I think she's a terrible person, but it's very clear to me that's what she does. So, you know, Elon dated her, and it's like, so did Johnny, you know, and he fell into her trap. That's what she does. That's who she is.
She's like a black widow.
She really is. I believe she is a gold digger, a personality, or a professional. It's not a gold digger, but it's like using anybody around you and clawing your way up and past them. Like that's how I see Amber Heard.
Or empathy.
She doesn't give a shit who
psychopath.
she kills, who she hurts, whatever. Get out of my way. I will shit in your bed. But people were asking. I saw someone ask, and I actually have this because they were saying who filed the the request to the FCC, and it was a company called Open Markets, and this is their webpage, and this is something that
Open Markets, aka also really shut markets.
Open Markets, but whoa! You can't take a company private.
Not Elon.
How dare you?
About Elon.
And I'm going to read their statement. This is it. Their statement. Open Markets statement on Elon Musk and Twitter. Yesterday's Twitter board agreed to sell the corporation to Elon Musk, the owner of Tesla and SpaceX. The Open Markets Institute believes the deal poses a number of immediate and direct threats to American democracy and free speech. Okay, wait. All right. So I just need to put a pause in that for a second. Does that sound familiar to you, Garrett?
It does sound a little familiar.
It sounds familiar,
hearing
right?
Echoes from
the NPC,
from the NPC
like
machine.
Army.
They're all out there in unison.
This is a threat to our democracy. It's like, oh my gosh. Those buzzwords mean
You know what's funny though? Whenever that happens, whenever it happened from the right, and they were saying it's a threat to their democracy,
right?
Kind of thing. They went towards the government and said, "Hey, government, like, could you stop doing that? Like, don't do this." But that was a problem, right? That was conspiracy theorist. You're somehow some kind of anti-American crazy person. But if it comes from the left, then it's you took away my social media platform. This is my democracy. My democracy is social media.
It was a company. It was a big tech company. Look, if you don't like it, get rid of Twitter. That's fine.
Learn to code and
what does
make
it have,
your own platform.
What does who owns Twitter have anything to do with democracy at all? And by the way, free speech, it's a threat, a direct, an immediate and direct threat to free speech. Elon Musk is screaming out, "I want free speech. We need free speech." And he said in an interview, free speech is letting someone you don't like say something you don't like. And
Right.
as much as that sucks, that is healthy
It
for
is
democracy.
textbook
Again,
doublespeak.
with the semantics with democracy, I'm fairly certain everyone here knows that we're a constitutional republic. We're not a democracy. That's why it's the United States, not just simply America. And there's a reason there's state lines, and different states have different rules for their
Yeah.
citizens. Like, that's just because we're the United
If
States.
we were all together, we'd be big New York, California. Ugh.
Nightmare
Nobody
fuel
wants that.
right there, dude.
Nobody
No,
wants that.
let's not talk about it. Well, I want to read this. Open Markets also believes the deal violates existing law, and the FCC, the Department of Justice, and the Federal Trade Commission have ample authority to block it. The most obvious problem is that the deal would give a single man who already wields immense political and economic power direct control over one of
What?
the world's most important platforms for public communications and debate.
How does
And-
he hold? Political power. He
debate?
doesn't hold political
and
power.
That line and public communication and debate, they don't allow debate. There is no civil discourse on Twitter. I mean, saying civil in the same
It's a
sentence
double-
as
double
Twitter
meaning.
is kind of funny because it is basically a battlefield. And actually, Elon himself referred to it as a battlefield.
Yeah.
In an interview on 60 Minutes, I believe. You can't have debates because Tim actually pointed this out when he in his Joe Rogan interview with the Twitter board. He says you have this person who has a certain ideological viewpoint, and they were talking about pronouns specifically. And this person was debating someone about their ideology versus the pronoun ideology and said, I refuse to do that. That's compelled speech. You can't compel me what to say. I just don't believe in that. And the person got banned for that argument, that debate that they were having about pronouns. And that it proves it's like you are taking a position on this ideological side when she was trying to make claim that it was because the rule is harassment. So when someone gets harassed multiple times and whatever, someone's calling them out, but it was a debate. They were talking about whether or not pronouns should be allowed. They were explaining their side of things, got banned. So it's proving that the debate can't exist if you're not allowed to have an opposing side.
Right.
And it's very clear which side that Twitter has been on. 98.7% of donations that came from Twitter went to the Democrats. Surprise?
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Republicans.
Yeah, you thought.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, but that shows the bias of the people that are manipulating the algorithms. Because I don't know about you, I've noticed a certain change in the algorithms over the past couple days. I'm seeing people that I haven't seen in months and months, maybe years. I don't even know how long it's been. One person I used to see all the time was the Bradford File, and he's very vocal about the stuff that he sees in the government, and he was fairly pro-Trump, posting all this stuff. Hadn't seen him. He posted something about the algorithms changing, and I was like, "Holy shit! I forgot about your account. I used to like your posts a lot, and I haven't seen you in forever. It feels
it's been crazy. Because I definitely witnessed the purge of 2020 whenever Trump got kicked. So many people left. My follower count went down 5,000.
It started with New York Post. When New York Post put the Hunter laptop thing out there, it went viral among the people who were against Biden. They were like, wow, look at this. And it's not even like the Hunter Biden smoking crack or the Hunter Biden incest pictures, which is, I mean,
that's
gross and horrifying. It was the connections that it proved with Joe Biden, the candidate for president. Like,
it would have hurt them.
That
so
is
they didn't
insane.
Like it.
And there was a poll with I think it was I can't think of the company that did the poll about who, if you knew about Hunter's laptop and you knew about the implications of it, would you have voted for Biden? and it was like 70% said, hell no, I definitely wouldn't. And these are people who voted for Biden. They would have been like, there's no way I would have voted for him had I known about this corruption, which is the important part of the, I don't care about Hunter. I do not care. I think he's a disgusting human being, and he does
probably should go to jail for
probably should go to jail.
several crimes
I don't
that he
care.
documented on his own
I
laptop.
care about the fact that his father is sitting in the Oval Office right now working with the Department of Justice to create a regime about disinformation and countering it on big tech companies, because now they care about it. Like, I'm supposed to trust the Biden administration to tell me what misinformation is, when we're now finding out that they worked with big tech companies to squash the story that threw him in a bad light by proving he was basically a criminal. Like, wow.
It's going to be very, very interesting to see this next election cycle come up without the power of Twitter. Now, we want to think like, oh, Twitter doesn't have all that much power. It's not a real place. A lot of places treat Twitter as it is real.
True.
And it does affect things whenever you can manipulate stories like what you just said with Hunter Biden, with several other stories we can still not talk about on YouTube right now.
Elon,
you can. Please, God. We can manipulate elections that way. And that's what that guy said on MSNBC. So you can manipulate elections. You can suppress things because you can. You can create a narrative that
you do.
Because you did. You have been doing. So it's going to be interesting to see the next cycle go through as it should be, naturally, without all this manipulation that has been happening through Twitter. And it's interesting, Jack, he actually called Twitter the closest thing to a global consciousness. And I agree with that. It is almost like you're connecting your inner thoughts when you're, as a kid, I always was interested in that. I was like, I have something, I'm talking in my head.
I love talking
and I can hear
myself.
It. And, I'm having conversations and I hear other people. No, no, it's
like,
but like
7 different people, man.
We're always talking, man. But no, it was always fascinating to me that we all have our own little inner thoughts.
Right.
And Twitter is that. Like, I can sit here and think of something, go tweet it out, and then you get it in your head. That's what Twitter is. True. So it is a very important platform. It's a very interesting place to be. And I've always said this, even whenever the crazy commies still had it, that it's a double-edged sword. You get the good with the bad. The good is meeting meeting people in the chat, meeting all the people that I know from Twitter. I made a lot of good friends from that. And then you also get the manipulating of narratives, the people being psychopaths and trying to argue with you all the time. So you get the good and the bad. But I think
that deserved to spin, because I actually say this a lot. I think it goes beyond Twitter. I mean, the internet itself is the human consciousness achieving the next level, which is connecting us all on a different state.
And imagine you can control consciousness, the global consciousness, by going, well, I don't want to report this situation that is a fact, that is something that literally happened. I don't want you to talk about this thing that you should probably be questioning, because it's it's just our government and all of our money now. And if we look at inflation, maybe we should have been asking some questions in 2020. Imagine you can control that.
Right.
That's too much power. And I like the idea of taking it private, which sounds like the opposite of what you should be doing. But what they're doing is consolidating that power. I don't want a Saudi prince controlling discourse.
Yeah. What's up with that?
I'd rather
that was a
somebody
weird
that's
thing
in America that's doing American ideal, like the American dream. He moved to America from a country.
Yep.
He's been prosperous. He invented things. He's still inventing things. He's going into space. He's making moves. I want that guy.
Rockets. Yeah.
Right. They all laughed at him, man. They all laughed at him. Oh, you can get to space? What you're just a millionaire or whatever. Oh, now you're a billionaire. Oh, yeah, you still can't get to space. Oh, you're getting to space. Well, now the rockets are crashing.
He doesn't know how to deal with money.
The rockets are crashing. And now he's landing rockets.
Oh no, but Elon Musk blocked me. That means
he hates free speech.
He hates free speech. You know what? I see this all the time. Look at this.
Expressed free speech just now by doing
this. Is it. Public Citizen. I don't know who they are, but according to the replies on my tweet about this, people are like, they're terrible anyway. FYI, we're blocked by Elon Musk. So much for being committed. I love this. Committed to free speech. Excuse me, for lack of better words, bitch, that's not free speech.
That ain't free speech. You
What?
just expressed your free speech right there by tweeting that thing and you being allowed to say it.
Yeah, just because you go outside and say something doesn't mean people have to listen to you.
Yeah, don't mean
You
I
say
gotta hear
whatever-
you.
Say whatever you want. I don't have to care or listen to you at all. Bye-bye. Have fun. Guess what? You probably said some stupid shit, and Elon Musk was like, screw this account. I'm blocking them.
We
I don't
need
know what you
more
said.
classes,
Who knows?
okay, about teaching people the meaning of words. I don't.
Yes.
Maybe we don't have enough classes on that of like individual words at this point. We're going into like racism. We go into now freedom of speech. What that means. What the what does it mean? What does it
Right.
mean in our constitution? What does it mean in our country? Free speech. It's
Mm-hmm.
not. I tweet something and they block me and now I can't. That's not free speech.
Right.
Free speech is you
Exactly.
have the ability to speak, which you just did, or
Boom.
you tweeted. You
Yep.
tweeted on the platform. Cutting your free speech would be Elon going into his computers and going, "Shut this count down."
Anyone who
That
I blocked
is
is
against
gone
free
from
speech.
Twitter. Like that would
That-
worry me. That
That
would
is
worry
pushing
me.
it,
But that's not happening,
but it has
right? I
been.
mean,
But it has been
it does not
to
violate
somebody
your freedom of
else.
speech. My God, these people are. I see it so much, and they always put free speech in quotes. You know, all these people
Because
like
it's a dirty
"Oh,
word.
you don't
Ew,
care about
free
free
speech.
speech. You know, I have this thought. I'm like, it really does feel like these SJW army leftist people think that if there's true free speech online, there's like this whole group of people that are just waiting to drop the N-word, to, you know, be anti-Semitic, to be this and that. And they don't think that people like you and I who are online all the time wouldn't ridicule them. They think that we
Right.
would join in. They think that there's, again, anyone right of Bernie Sanders. They really believe all of that whole group of people are just so racist and just are fiending to just let out their racism on the top of a mountain and scream it out. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
all of us, we're going to call that out too, because we call out racism whenever whoever I've heard racist remarks twice in my life. Twice. Yeah, that's it. You know, call me lucky or whatever, but every single both times I called them out instantly. I stopped. I stopped and turned and I freaking let them have it. Now that was in real life. Now on Twitter, I'm very spicy. For those who follow me
Even
on
more
Twitter,
spicy.
I'm
Throw it
very
out.
spicy on Twitter. But if I see some racist shit, I'm gonna call it out.
Yeah, you make fun of it.
Yes, of course.
To say that whenever you oh my God, it just blows my mind whenever the wires get crossed in these NPCs' brains and they have contradicting programming. They don't know
Yep.
how to do it. For 4 years, it was where nobody is censoring you. You're a conspiracy theorist. You're making it all up in your mind. To
Yep.
you're gonna censor us, and that is it's an attack on our democracy.
Yeah. Well,
It's-
Garrett, though, let me ask you. It's a serious question.
You're like, I don't know what to do.
What about hate speech, though, Garrett? What do we do about hate speech?
It doesn't exist.
All right. There you have it, folks. Hate speech does not exist. That is
Not real.
correct. Hate speech is speech you do not agree with. That's it. Period. Or hate
it.
speech is speech that you let manipulate you. You let it trigger your emotions. That's your fault. You know what I say to hate speech?
Sticks
it.
and stones.
I
may
love
break
that.
my bones.
But
But words will destroy my entire soul, and I will cut off my penis.
wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow,
I was trying to
Garrett,
encompass it all.
Is that one of the voices in your head?
That's one of the 7 that are up
surfacing.
there.
7. There's 7 voices in
Yeah.
your head. Okay. And there's the
There's
the
another one.
narcoleptic one.
Have you seen that video?
Which one?
There's a TikTok going around of like 2 gender fluid people, and they were
Oh, goodness.
transitioning between one fluid to another while they were doing the TikTok. It was literally that. It was now I'm a different person. It was so performative. I was like,
I'm
come on.
Caesar.
Go take some more community, theater classes. Come back.
I can only take so much TikTok, and that is from the random things I see on Twitter, usually from libs of TikTok,
Libs.
and it's always cringe. I don't even know if non-cringe stuff lives on TikTok.
I think it does. I hear that there are some, but I
don't
just
know,
can't.
man.
I don't want to try it.
All right,
But
so
good on for you for trying.
now
over there.
now I want to talk about something else now. This is about Twitter. And this is something that Cernovich actually posted, and I didn't know about it, and I think it's crazy. And what makes it amazing is Elon Musk actually responded, and it's like, oh shit, he's making he's letting Elon be aware of this. Look at this. So this is the tweet. Cernovich tweeted out, Twitter lawyer Jim Baker, when general counsel of the FBI personally arranged a meeting between the FBI and Michael Sussman. In this meeting, Sussman presented fabricated evidence in the Alpha Bank matter. Elon Musk, this is who is inside Twitter. He facilitated fraud. All right. Michael Sussman allegedly texted his old friend, the FBI's then general counsel, James Baker, to say that he urgently needed to convey sensitive information to the Bureau. The information was fabricated. Now, do you guys? I've actually talked about like the Steele dossier.
I was going to say, is this the Steele dossier?
Sussman, and like we're finding out that there was no Russian collusion and all of that was fabricated.
It was all a lie.
We're finding out later that Hillary Clinton's administration, there's no ties to her directly to say that she was the one who said, do this, but it was tied to her administration about the lies and all that. So, but I'm not focusing on that. I want to focus
we might
on
find those threads in a server somewhere.
Yeah, Jim Baker now has been working at Twitter. He's the now deputy general of Twitter. He joined in March 19th. I don't know exactly when this picture was taken.
Interesting.
So, prosecutors say Sussman misled the FBI's then general counsel, James Baker, by saying he was not presenting the Alpha Bank allegations to the FBI on behalf of any client when he was actually there on behalf of the Clinton campaign. Now, my question would be, did Jim Baker know that it was false?
He facilitated. Might be worth looking into.
Is it worth looking into the fact that this basically connects Twitter being involved in manipulating what we see when it comes to political people?
Yeah, and this was the 2016 election that they possibly have been meddling with, and then we had another one.
Well, in 2016, I believe this is basically saying Jim Baker was in the FBI at the time. So then he went from FBI to then working at Twitter.
That's a weird jump. That's a strange job.
Yeah, exactly. Why
transition there?
Why Twitter? What is the point of that? So Elon Musk thankfully sees it and goes, sounds pretty bad. ... And it's like, oh man. And then Cernovich kind of embellishes more. He says,
got some more information for you.
Yeah, he says he did podcasts on Lawfare where he played up Russian collusion conspiracy theories. He never disclosed his instrumental role in setting up the Sussman meeting with the FBI, in which fabricated information was given to the FBI. Seems like a material omission, showing lack of ethics. Baker now claims he's a patsy. A strange claim from the general counsel of the FBI to make. Is he that stupid? Yet he omits his role as a commentator at Lawfare, where he discussed these issues while refusing to disclose his own role in the fraud on the FBI. Material omission. Yeah, I do not trust anybody who worked at Twitter prior to yesterday.
We need to have like a Spanish Inquisition, just like take everybody and go, all right, let me see all your information. Let me see all your information. All your information. What did you do? Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Yep.
Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? I want to know all that information. Go top down all the way to the. I want the people cleaning the toilets and stuff. We need to find all that stuff out and go, okay, let's assess this company and get rid of all of the activists, all of the people connected to, all the people connected to, connected to the government. Anybody that is tangentially maybe connected to the government in any way, I think
Yep.
should just be out. Nobody like why would you go from the FBI
Yep.
to Twitter? That is sus, man. That is major sus.
I don't know if you remember, Trump actually signed an executive order that forced anyone who was going from the government position to a lobbyist had to wait 6 years.
Yeah.
Right. So or there's like a 6-year window where you can't just immediately go start lobbying to the people that you already are buddies with. 6 years. Well, guess who got rid of that within their first week of office? That's right. It was Joseph Biden. Gotta love that
you
guy.
silly old geezer.
Yeah, I can't stand Joe Biden. He is
me neither.
one of the most corrupt, most racist presidents I've ever seen. In fact, here's him. This was posted 2 hours ago. I don't know exactly when he said this, but I'm gonna show you two things. This is him. Let's just hear what he has to say, shall we?
We were talking about on the way over what got me involved in politics. I got involved in politics because I think the greatest sin that anyone can commit is the abuse of power.
Oh.
Whatever that power is, the power of a teacher, the power of a doctor, the power of a leader.
Really?
Okay.
Someone who is relying on you or you cannot, just the abuse of power.
Just the abuse of power. Okay.
And I got involved because my state was the only state in the Union when Dr. King was murdered that was occupied by the National Guard for 10 months with drawn bayonets in every corner because we had a very conservative governor who ordered the National Guard, and because my state is the 8th largest black population in America as a percent of population.
Race
we were
dropping.
talking about it on the way over.
8th?
Okay. So I saw this and I was like, this motherfucker, dude. I went and found this. This is
this guy.
So I posted this multiple times. This came out in January of 2020. So this is a while back, but I found this video myself and I'm hard pressed finding it.
I think he's probably going to win the nomination.
Shout out
now.
to this guy.
Anything can happen between now and then. But I just think the vast majority of Democrats are most.
Let me see if I can find the actual
I think
video.
he's probably
Okay,
gonna
there we
win
go.
the nomination now. I mean, anything can happen between now and then. But I just think the vast majority of Democrats are when he first got elected.
Here we go.
It's nice to have you here.
Listen to this.
The youngest member of the Senate.
No, it's not.
I expect the longest career there. I wonder if you'd say to us, since it's clear that you're not corrupt and you got elected, why should people think that the system produces corrupt results when there you are?
Well, I'm not sure you should assume I'm not corrupt, but
Record scratch. What did you respond with? Don't be so sure that I'm not corrupt. And dude, it gets better. Wait, I mean, and they're commentating a little bit just to let you guys know. The guys from the Blaze, which shout out to the Blaze, they're awesome. It gets better. Listen to this, man.
thank you for that, though. The system does produce corruption, and I think implicit in the system is corruption, when in fact, whether or not you can run for public office, and it costs a great deal of money to run for the United States Senate, even from a small state like Delaware.
Wait for it.
You have to go to those people who have money, and they always want something. We were told that we politicians, as the young kids say, rip off the American public. I think the American public, in a way, rips off we politicians.
What? Did you hear that? I have to play it again. I have to play that again.
Off the American public. I think the American public, in a way, rips off we politicians by.
I think the American public rips off we politicians.
Get out of here, politician. Get out of here.
Did he?
That is why Trump was so easy on the eyes for everybody, because he was not somebody that came out of nowhere that was taking a bunch of money from a bunch of rich people in order to get into the office. He was already a rich person. He didn't need anybody to help him.
Yep.
Ergo, nobody has anything on him once he gets in there. He doesn't have any favors he has to weed over. He doesn't have any.
Who is more investigated than Donald Trump?
Dude, nobody.
Let me ask you.
Top down for 4 years, they didn't find nothing.
Dude, don't you think that if they would have found something, it would have been front and center on every single everywhere? That's all people would talk about. Still, to this day, they would love to find it.
The best thing that they had on him was him talking to somebody cordially about women that will let
them
touch them in no places. That's the best thing they had on him.
And then we've got Joe Biden, the sitting president,
And
who
his
actually
son is corrupt.
did.
He's
who
corrupt.
actually grab someone. Tara Reid.
Dude, it boggles the mind how we are here today.
Man,
and how is he in office?
I just, dude. Well,
It's
thank you, Pat Gray, for having that. That was Pat Gray from
pulling that
The
one.
Place. He, I couldn't find the actual video. Not surprising. Are you surprised?
Elon, buy Google, please. Buy Google.
Buy Google.
We need you.
I don't know if he has the money for that, but my
buy Twitter. Buy Twitter. Then
We did that.
We did that. Never mind. Oh, okay. This is my plan.
Buying YouTube
buy Twitter.
would be
Buy
fantastic.
YouTube. Yeah.
My
and
goodness,
then,
would that be incredible?
Instagram and just literally everything. Just if you can.
All right. Well, this man, I don't think anyone in government is uncorruptible. I don't think so. I don't think it's possible. I think, and the definition of being corrupt, basically, Joe Biden just said it. We just heard him say it. By the way, he was supposedly 29 in that interview.
Bro, we're the same age. The heck? No way.
He says it. Hold on.
No way that man was 29.
Hold on, I got to bring it back.
38 at
Let's
least.
finish this.
Forcing us to run the way they do. To raise $300,000 is no mean feat.
I gotta be corrupt. It's the American people's fault.
I don't believe
Look at
that
this.
for a second.
Pension behind your own state. It's very difficult to raise that money from a large group of people. I'm a 29-year-old oddball. The only reason I was able to raise the money is I was able to have a national constituency to run for office. Because
Bro got less hair than Homer Simpson.
The token woman. I was the token young person.
I was the token young person. Shut up.
Corn pop,
Corn
they
pop.
rub your leg when you go in the water. Little black kids, they love it.
We're going to find out in like 10, 15 years. Corn Pop was actually the name of the person that was the corrupt company he went and paid for him.
Yeah.
And they made him do some weird shit. And he was like, Corn Pop was a
Corn
bad
Pop.
dude. It's actually like
He was a bad
PTSD
dude.
from being like touched.
Yeah, and in his old senile mind, he's like pulling different words together, and he's like Corn Pop, and he's a bad dude.
Oh man, I can't stand this man. All right, let's move on though. I want to talk about something also really weird. So I don't know if you know about Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, I know about that.
All right, so I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know who Machine Gun Kelly is. I couldn't name a song.
He
by
was
him.
a rapper.
I don't even know.
And then he
he's a
got
rapper? Is
dissed by Eminem, and then he changed genres. And actually, he does a friend of mine showed me his newest album. It's like it's more, instead of rap, it's like a 2005 alternative emo band almost. It's almost that kind of style.
Cool.
So
all right, so not something I'd be interested in anyway. Wonderful. All right, so Megan.
Yeah, I don't get him.
Megan
I don't get
Fox
him.
and Machine Gun Kelly, they're dating. I don't give a shit about that part of it. It's this weird stuff that just has surfaced.
It's pop punk. That's more like it. It's not emo. It's more
where
pop punk.
they
Like
drink each other's blood for rituals.
Man, rich people weird, man. I don't get it.
I have to make fun of it a little bit. Yeah, Megan Fox has a blood drinking ritual with Machine Gun Kelly and thinks social media is sinister. Yeah.
Did she groom him? He looks like he's 12.
But do you see the irony of this statement? Megan Fox has a
we do blood
drinking
rituals.
ritual and thinks social media is sinister. Like, wait, what are you doing? You're doing blood ritual. You're drinking each other's blood, and you're calling social media sinister. Now, don't get me wrong. I agree. Actually, social media is sinister.
Can be, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's pretty bad. It's amazing as well, but it's sinister. Let's be honest.
Can be. Yeah.
But I mean, can you?
She's just
at
practicing
least-
for a role. She's doing Jennifer Body too. That's what it is.
Is she? Is that it?
It can't be real. You be drinking blood for real.
Megan Fox would like to clear up what people think about her and fiance Machine Gun Kelly drinking each other's blood. Oh, she wants to clear it up. All right, so
wait.
So I guess I drink. So I guess to drink each other's blood might mislead people, or people are imagining us with goblets and we're like Game of Thrones drinking each other's blood. She told Glamour.
How else are you doing it?
Look, Garrett, it's just a few drops but yes, we do consume each other's blood on occasion for ritual purposes only.
Ew. What?
Girl, this is not making it better.
That ain't normal. Don't say things like that in
I
public.
just- what? How? What? I don't.
Girl, you
Oh my
messed up.
gosh.
You done got messed up in the brain. All the
Fox-
Botox has gone to your brain muscle, and you're saying words out your mouth you're not supposed to be saying.
And you're putting droplets of other people's blood. You're not supposed to put in your
back into your mouth.
No,
Like, stop
blood
it.
belongs in the body, not consumed for rituals.
Ritual. What are these weird? I don't want to know.
weird.
Never mind. I don't want to know.
Fox is on the cover of the April issue of the magazine and said she's into astrology. Not surprising. Metaphysical practices. Not surprising. Meditations. Nothing wrong with that. As well as new and full moon practices. Okay, so Wiccan shit? Is she a witch?
Yeah, that's what
is
it
she
sounds
admitting
like.
to being a witch?
Succubus. That's right. Hard,
Is that it?
that's
Succubus.
Right.
That's a good word
damn
for it.
Succubus. Well, it's
Yeah,
like a
blood
demon
suck-
that comes in and she wants to,
Yeah.
get you in your naughty bits and
So wait, did she
suck
did
out
she
your
have-
soul and stuff.
when making Jennifer's body? Do you think she was like, I don't know, like
She was like into
liking the position a little too much? Someone accidentally she got like a taste of blood. I mean, I'm sure they
She's
used
like,
fake blood, or maybe not. Maybe I don't know. Maybe she wrote it in her contract, like, look, if you're gonna have me like eating people, because
It's got to be the real deal.
it's got to be the real deal. I
Okay.
want to actually eat people if I'm gonna be playing this
And
part.
then
all
Hollywood's
right?
like, yeah, we got that. Fine,
Yeah. You fit right in, girl. We're gonna
Yeah.
get you all sorts of.
What age? What age? We go down all the way
No,
down. We go
Garrett,
all the way
no.
down.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
That was a Hollywood exec. That wasn't not. That's not me. That was Hollywood.
Right. That was the Hollywood executive.
That was
Garrett.
That's number 3.
Yeah, we don't talk about that one much. Let's see. Oh, here we go. She clears it up obviously right here. She says when she and Kelly do a blood ritual, she says it's a passage or it's used for a reason. It's used for a reason, Garrett.
It's all normal then.
Yeah. And it's controlled where it's like, let's shed a few drops of blood and each drink it. He much more
Who among us-
haphazard and hectic
Who
and
among
chaotic.
us has not drank a couple drops of each other's blood?
Hold
for
on.
just a good time. You hang out with each other, you suck some blood.
Listen,
normal.
she says he's much more haphazard and hectic and chaotic, where he's willing to just cut his chest open with broken glass and be like, take my soul.
Oh man.
She actually said this in the hopes to clear up the confusion or
Girl, this does not clear anything up. This raises more questions than you had before.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna say 100% they don't do any of this stuff. They're like trying to get attention. They're attention whores. They're like, please
you know what? That
look
could
at
make
us.
sense. Yeah, because she's getting into some actual details. Like this is like, you're giving an awful lot of details for. So the pair are friends with another engaged couple. Oh no.
Oh, and there's more people
Oh, no.
involved now.
Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker, but Fox says they don't hang out as much as some people may believe. Why is this even in here then? Why would you even include that? Who cares if they don't?
People they may have hung out with at some point in their life. What does that mean?
Look, the rest of the article is they're not even talking about the blood stuff.
I
anymore.
also heard she hung out with Ninja Turtles. They add that in the article there.
Is that it? No, I don't care. I got enough of what I didn't want to know anyway, and I'll be honest, I apologize, but I'm not sorry because I found this information out. Now you needed to hear it too. So
It's like the
of
ring
course it's from
tape.
CNN.
You gotta pass it on. Oh yeah, it was CNN
someone said
Entertainment.
this is CNN Plus material. Absolutely, this is the kind of
Exactly.
hard-hitting journalism that we're gonna miss with CNN being gone. It's very
I
sad.
miss all those hundreds of jobs that those journalists lost.
You know that journalist posted about it, and I just responded, "Learn to code."
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, they would have loved to report that. I wouldn't be surprised if if it got reported.
You can't report it because you lost your job.
You can't. They probably tried. And they're like, that's.
They wrote it up just for fun. I can't publish this anywhere, but
yeah. Oh, they probably tried to report that. I wonder if I have any. I'm not gonna go into the thing anyway, but that's hilarious. Let's get into some super chats. Anyway, thank you all very much for joining. If you haven't yet, smash that like button. That's all I ask. Just smash it. You can subscribe if you want. If you like what you're hearing. Garrett joins me every Wednesday for 1/8 Wednesday. You notice the name of the show today is 1/8 Wednesday because I messed up last week. I felt bad, but I wanted to remind everybody this is 1/8 Wednesday with the one and only Quarter Black Garrett right here. This man
and the one and only Adam Krigler.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I am very excited. I just want to announce real quick. I have some incredible interviews coming up. Tomorrow, I have Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. I got George the Giant Slayer joining me next Tuesday. I've got Robert Barnes joining me Thursday. Then I have Elijah Schaefer joining me next Friday.
I don't like that guy.
You're allowed. You're allowed not to like him.
I'm gonna fight you.
What?
Tell him that I'm gonna fight him.
You want to like crash the interview? Be like, I hate this guy.
That's it. Oh, we're gonna fight, and then we just start boxing.
I've got
celebrities do, right? They box.
Alex Stein, that's right. Prime Time Stein himself, 99. He is going to be joining me on the show. Very excited about that. That dude is absolutely hilarious. If you don't know who Alex Stein is, you absolutely should, and you probably will once he joins me. I got Will Witt from PragerU, who's going to be joining me. Really love the work that he does over at Prager University. Love that channel. They do great work. They even have a kids channel, which is trying to counter the whole indoctrination side of kids entertainment, to bring some just good, positive, pleasant, non-indoctrination kids entertainment out there. And actually, so does the Daily Wire. Shout out to the Daily Wire as well. Yep. I got Ryan Stone joining me. He is he's a YouTuber who breaks down a lot of crazy TikToks. He's got a great channel as well. Steve Inman. If you don't know Steve Inman, that dude is hilarious. He makes
a great follow on Twitter.
He's so great. He makes these videos of people getting clocked, people doing stupid stuff and falling down, and he like does like a news broadcast version of it, like a sports commentator, but it isn't sports. It's bloopers. It's great. He's hilarious. I'm looking forward to that. I got Jake Coco. He's going to actually be joining me on a Friday so that he can play music as well. He's a musician, and it's going to be fun. We're going to be playing music back and forth. I got Ryan Kinnell, who's going to be joining me later in the month in May, and then I got Ace Archivist, or Archist, excuse me, and he's a narco, I don't know, capitalist. I think from what I've gathered from Eliza Blue, who introduced us, really looking forward to these conversations. I really can't wait to hear more about George the Giant Slayer's life.
Yeah, that's going to be really awesome.
That guy, and he's joining me on Tuesday, and that's really good.
Interesting dude. That dude's super,
just from what I've gathered from like little comments,
smart,
little things here and there, because he doesn't focus on it. He talks about what's happening, which I love. That he's not a victim, you know. And that
nicest dude. I met him in Vegas
so nice.
When we were there. Super fucking nice. Such a nice guy.
Yeah. We got first from Robert Wiles. He says, I hope this make Betty and Diana Francisco smile. I hope the post office didn't lose my package I sent to you, Garrett.
It should be here. I haven't checked. I didn't have time today, but I'm going to go check.
The leg of doom, man. The leg of doom. For those who don't know, Robert got a new leg and sent the leg of doom to this guy right here. And
it's
going to be sitting behind him somewhere.
Somewhere.
Matthew Phillips says, shout out to you, Adam, for messaging on Gadsad's first ever live stream. We're all promoting you on his stream. Appreciate your work, Quarter Black. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I was. He was doing a Ask Me Anything right now on his stream. I was over there. I would love to interview that man. He is a very outspoken, very funny guy, and it's not a comedian funny. He's just his optimism shines, and a lot of time, you know, he's got some wit, and I don't know. I really like Gad a lot. I would love to have him on my show. And thank you for helping me try to get my request out there, because I was asking him to try to come on the show. Shanjack for 10 says, I peeled by reminding them of the 70 million accounts they banned, myself included, for obvious political reasons on January 5th, 2021. I'm back on Twitter now. Shanjack, welcome back.
Hey.
I've seen a lot of people come back. I've seen a lot of people regaining their accounts that were banned, which is really great. Yep. I'm actually really excited to see Elle back. I don't know if you guys know who Elle is. Some bitch I know. She used to go as, and she has.
I love that name.
She's hilarious. If you don't know who she is, go to somebitchiknow.com and check out her stuff. She is an incredible researcher. She is incredibly knowledgeable about stuff. I would have had her on my show, but I know the second she comes on my show, I'm going to get a strike just because of how spicy she is.
Too spicy.
Well, not even spicy. She just knows so much about the inner workings of a lot of things that they do not want her to talk about. And that's what she did.
It's like Alex Jones.
Yes.
He knows way too much too many things.
But she isn't hyperbolic like Alex Jones. She's like, here's the truth. And it's like, whoa, we can't have that banned. She got banned from Twitter so many times, but she kept coming back. It's great. Yeah, she's fantastic. And she does late night streams over on Twitch, which I'll be honest, I cannot believe that she is still on. How is she still on Twitch? I have no idea. Darth Call, what's good, buddy? Says Jack had to go back on Rogan's after his first appearance because Joe didn't grill him at all. So Jack brought the Twitter lawyer for round 2 to speak for him. Ah, okay.
Yep.
Right.
Because he didn't know about this. I have a theory, man. I have a theory.
Go ahead.
I'm sure
What's your
he's
theory?
I'm sure
Break it
he's like a leftist, you know. He's a Silicon Valley lefty kind of guy, but I feel like he's more of the
Central
Zen,
left.
like, oh, let's just meditate and think about how life, you know, moves through the waves and how we're all connected.
Yeah.
That kind of guy. I don't think he's the authoritarian, we need to shut down all thought kind of person that people think he is. I think he was somebody that created a platform that he wanted to be positive, and it became this political tool that was used and kind of manipulated him into that position. Because even like back then, he did not look like he wanted to be there and answer any of those questions. And then then she came in.
Yeah,
like his puppet master came in, the
And
lawyer,
then
so
former FBI agent. You know, it's like
That-
who knows how much of it was taken out of his hands. You know,
yeah,
it's like,
taken out of his hands.
cool,
Whenever
just-
you see his tweet thread about how positive he was about the direction it was going and how
Yep.
all things he started with the Radiohead song,
everything in his right place.
everything in his right place.
Great
It's
song,
like
by the way.
it's almost like he was a creator that the power was taken out of his hands, and he was
Yep.
not able to, either through his own weakness or you know, inability to fight off these aggressors.
Yep.
He lost this power, and he's like, I guess it's better for Elon to have it because it's better for him to own all of it instead of me being an owner and parting it out to all these people that now they have power over me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he only owned 2.7%. It's like, just because he was CEO doesn't mean that he had like he didn't have majority shares. He couldn't be like, this is the way it is. He didn't write it in his contract like Zuckerberg did, where it's like, it doesn't matter what percentage I have, what I say goes, period.
I own
moving forward. And that's something Zuckerberg put in place, which is like, okay,
So,
cool.
I don't
dude.
know. I feel like he might be, again, like I said, he's probably still a lefty. He has all these left ideals,
Yeah.
but I think he's more of like pie in the sky kind of lefty instead of the authoritarian lefty that I think everybody thinks he is.
Yeah.
And he's probably in a better spot now.
Low watermark for 25. Thank you very much,
What's
Low
up,
watermark.
Low?
So the Twitter relief these couple days has been amazing. I agree with that. It has been
very positive.
amazing. It really feels. It just feels. It's fun. It's fun. Twitter was annoying. It was not annoying. It just
I
it's
still had
more
fun whenever it
positive
was
now. It feels
authoritarian
more
'cause-
positive. You know.
Yeah, it's very positive. I hope it doesn't
Yeah.
get too positive because then it's not entertaining anymore.
Right. I don't. But the leftists aren't.
I still got to
leaving.
fight somebody.
The leftists aren't leaving, dude. You know that's not.
No way.
They're not going anywhere. Bobcat for 10 says, anyone else think it's funny that Washington Post thinks it's okay for them to dox journalists like libs of TikTok, but cries foul when Time and some boring guy comes and buys a billboard to call them out on it? Yeah. Oh, when Tim, you mean? Yeah. Well, some boring guy. No. He's
Jeremy Boring,
CEO. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. That's
which is
what I
also a
think.
CEO.
Funny enough. Yeah, he's the. Well, no, he's the owner of Blaze. The CEO of Blaze is different than
of Daily Wire, not Blaze.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of
Tyler.
Blaze. Tyler's fantastic, great guy.
Dude, Tyler's such a good guy.
He's so cool. Skoda for 10 says it's amazing how corrupt this administration is. You got that right. You got that right. Oh, you know, and to talk about that billboard, hilarious. For those who don't know,
so
Tim
good.
Pool said, maybe I should buy a billboard in Times Square to like, call out Washington Post. And he straight up did it.
He did it.
Gained a little respect for Tim on that.
That
was boss. He's putting his money where his mouth is, and I like it. Fastidious for 20 says, did you see Biden is creating a disinformation governance board in the Department of Homeland Security? Checked out the archived copy of the head's Twitter. Nina Jankowicz, I don't know how to say it. In 2018, her bio calls herself a writer analyst focused on Russian disinformation. Oh my gosh. I've seen a lot of that going around. I made a reference of it earlier, but holy crap. Jason Dixon celebrating 21 months. Jason.
Damn. That's powerful.
This is actually, you know what? I'm going to call it the Dixon Bell. This is the Dixon Bell because he got this for me. This is actually from Jason
really?
Dixon.
Nice.
Yeah, he got me this.
That's a good gift.
Because I used to go ding, 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 ding. I had a light. I actually have it over there. It's not plugged in, but I have a light that I used to
like
just
an old-fashioned
turn on and
hotel.
It is.
Bellhop.
Dude, it's heavy.
Ring. That's awesome.
It's got some weight to it. But he's celebrating 21 months, too. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Jason. He says, why does it say 13 months membership? Damn, YouTube censoring me. I'm too... Well, it shows me 21 months. So
I see 21. I think it's been showing users like half the amount of time or something. It's
That's
weird.
weird, yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, he says, my Twitter's unbanned. Not dropping my @ Bro, I'm a fan of you both. I'm sick of the left censoring me and you. # love you. Thank you, Jason.
Yes.
You are awesome. I appreciate you, mate. Willy Wonka Kenobi. Willy Wonka Kenobi. What a great name. I like that. Hail you two unbreaded bingers. Touchdown.
Unbreaded.
On paper? Unbreaded.
Unbreaded.
Dude, I love Nick. He's so great.
Boom. Unbreaded.
Unbreaded. That was good. That was
you have to
really
go a
good.
little higher in the register.
Yeah, wow. Vicidia says on paper. D what says unbreaded. I love the little conversation you guys just had.
Yeah, that's good.
Quesadilla, what up, dog? Quesadilla is back, everybody.
Quesadilla.
$10. He says, finally, I'm out of the hospital. Let's go. Let's hope I stay out. It's nice to have real sunshine on my face as I listen to you guys discussing the upcoming Twitter wars. Oh, no, they're full-fledged going on right now.
It's going on right now.
Thanks for the bell ringing for me. I will ring it again for you as well, sir. It is great to see you back and out of the hospital. Congratulations. That's fantastic. Good shit. And I'm also very happy for your wife because I can only assume how stressful that would have been for her. Gerald Armstrong says, did you hear when Biden called out NHL Commissioner Gary Batman? Some players even laughed. Did he actually say that, Gary Batman?
What? Our president's so
I didn't see that.
stupid.
That's funny. Grant Thompson says, hey, Adam, I left you one of my songs on the locals page. If you'd consider doing a cover of it, I would be honored. I didn't see that, Grant, but I'll check it out for sure. The Cityus for 20 says something else on that person being appointed to Biden's misinfo board. She wrote a book called How to Be a Woman Online. What is a woman? What's a woman? Wow.
Hate speech. Throw that book in the fire.
What a bigot. Tweeted about the Daily Wire and Ben Shapiro being misinformation. Did tweet about Azov in 2015, though. Well, that's misinformation now. So
yeah, it changes every day. I'm sure she's gonna have a new book coming out with an update. It's a new edition.
The new Azov. Alpha Zero, what's good, dog? He says, I'm excited for Twitter right now. Looking forward to all the new peeps to follow when they eventually return. No beanie, no peace. Yep, rocking my Fernk beanie. Shout out to the Fernk. I got some great news about the Fernk. Love that guy. He is living his best life. Very excited about him. But I don't know if he's told the world yet. So, but I am very excited. He's one of my best friends. Love that guy. Character Holding became a member. We got a new member. That's right. New members. All you members out there. I see you guys in chat. You guys are fantastic. You know what I want to see you do? I want to see you spinning that UFO. This is for all the members. If you're not a member, close your eyes. This spin is
you can't
not
even look
for
at
you.
it. Don't look at it.
Do not look. Do not look at for the rest of the episode. You're not allowed. Do not look at that UFO. Okay, now you can. Now you can. I for the rest of the episode,
He's
was
a nice
little,
guy. You're a
that's
nice
a little
guy.
bold. You know what I mean? Look, I'm no dictator or anything. All right.
Yeah.
But look at all those UFOs. Chat.
Spin.
Love it. Love it. Spinning. The chat is spinning right now. We got Shaka Zulu says, my genuine answer to what about protecting against hate speech is to bring back the dislike button on Twitter. Sure. Yeah, I mean, ratios exist though. It's the same. It's like
We
you
can
can't
still
stop.
ratio 'em.
You can't, yeah, exactly. You can't just because dislike isn't there doesn't mean that people will call it out. You know, I mean, hate speech. There is no hate speech. Hate.
How close did I get to ratioing Talcum X?
Oh, I don't know. That
I
was
got pretty close.
was
I think maybe at
beautiful, though.
least halfway.
That guy, that's an embarrassing human being right there. Captain Ridiculous Awesome Sauce for 10 says, thank you guys for telling it things like it is. Keep kicking ass. Thinking of going on Twitter to trigger the woke. Dude, have fun.
Do it.
It is ripe for triggering, especially now that you can, in fact, trigger. 27 Abby C, thank you for that cute little lemon? Peach? No, I don't know what it is, but it's got little pom-poms and it's doing it's cheering. I don't know. Thank you. Vasidius for 10 says it's pretty funny seeing the retweets on that Azov tweet of hers. Most of the retweets now have Ukrainian flags in their name. Straight goldfish memories.
Dude, straight up. Straight up.
Oh, now I gotta. Yo, Vasidius, do me a favor. Can you post that in my local so I can take a gander and laugh at that and maybe retweet it myself with some spicy response. Everybody, thank you so much for joining. This has been 1/8 Wednesdays. Tune in tomorrow. I got Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. Really excited to hear his story, just how he kind of became D-Day Cobra, where he got that name, where he's from, why his parents are as cousins decided to get married and have a kid.
And they're very disappointed in him.
Why they're so disappointed.
We're so disappointed in you, son, for being on the internet.
And you didn't marry your cousin like we wanted you. I'm just kidding. Jeremy's great. He makes
He's
this
from
joke about
Bama.
himself. I didn't come up with that himself or myself. That was
Love
all
you,
him.
Jeremy.
Jeremy, you're fantastic. Looking forward to chatting tomorrow. Everyone, thank you so much. Go follow this awesome guy right here in the description
follow
below.
him. If you're
you
not
can
following
follow.
him,
You
go
can
follow
also
him.
follow me if you want to. And I appreciate you all for tuning in. I will see you. Oh, we got one more. King Shizit says, give the fetus a lawyer. My goodness. That is a conversation. Wow. You guys are absolutely fantastic. I will see y'all next time. Good night.
Bye.